There's the live button. It's red. Bring on the green one. And it's up. Hey guys, welcome to Max Rants. The following program is brought to you in living color. You like the new backboard? Well, anyway, let's get down to brass tacks. I want to talk about the fact that an American held by the Taliban, remember Afghanistan? The place that Joe Biden ran away from and took us with him? Right, anyway, an American who's been prisoner there for 2.5 years, the man is finally free. Thank you, Mr. Trump. The guy's name is George Glezmann. He's a native of the state of Georgia, and he's free after these Taliban thugs, these rag-headed animals, held him for 2.5 years. You understand, 2.5 years in captivity with Joe Biden doing nothing, as he's done so much about any Americans around the world who've needed help. Joe does nothing, or he actually conspires to hurt our people in favor of foreign governments and terrorists. I swear to God, if anybody deserves the death penalty, it would be Joe Biden or those responsible for him. You understand, George Glezmann is free thanks to the efforts of President Donald John Trump and his special negotiator, Adam Boehler. It's wonderful. The man's out. He'll be rejoined with his wife. Can you only imagine how she felt with him being in the hands of these ragheads for 2.5 years? Oh, I swear to God. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said this. Here's a quote. George Glezmann is free. George was wrongfully detained in Afghanistan for 2.5 years, but now he's on his way to be reunited with his wife, Aleksandra. Welcome home, George! Exclamation point, close quotes. Thank you, Marco Rubio, for overseeing the whole damn thing, actually. Under Biden and Blinken, kidnapping Americans, well, there were no consequences. There was no punishment. Hell, if anything, the Taliban looked at Biden and thought, he'll look the other way. He's not even a president. He's weak. Let's do what we like. And it was Biden's inaction that gave encouragement to Taliban to do more. They openly dared Biden to do something about it every time they committed an atrocity. That's how it was through the entire... You know what? Biden is out of office, but that doesn't mean he's escaped the blame for the atrocities committed in front of him, around him, with absolutely no punishment, no threat, no... Screw him. Let's move on. Do you remember our panicked retreat when we ran out of Afghanistan with our tail between our legs, driven out by Blinken and Biden, saying, get out, go, go, go. All we did was leave Afghanistan as the third largest arms market in the world. We gave them Bagram Air Base, which they gave to communist China. Do you understand something? China now owns that Belt Road Initiative. They're finishing their work with thousands of workers in Afghanistan, and the Taliban doesn't mess with them because they, like President Trump, are strong. They said, look, you kill any of our workers, we'll wipe out your whole damn town. You know what? All I can say for the horrors of Afghanistan, thank you, Joe Biden. Thank you for screwing everything up for so many people. It was back in 2023, Congress stated that at least 175 Americans remain stranded in Afghanistan, although they didn't divulge how many were being wrongfully detained by Taliban and how many were hiding in gullies, culverts, basements of bombed out buildings, staying out of sight as much as they possibly could. Nah, Congress was just guessing, throwing one of those wild-ass numbers, something they pulled out from under their arm. According to Dr. Milwa Sadiq, a fellow of the International Terrorism Studies Foundation, he says, I'm going to quote again, we are aware of over 200 Americans and green card holders who remain in hiding in Afghanistan to this day, end quote. Oh, man, what? 200? It's a little bit higher than what Congress said. And by the way, Dr. Sadiq said this just last month. So the question is, How many Americans and green card holders are still trapped in Afghanistan, unable to come out during the daylight for fear they'll be caught, tortured, murdered, captured, or whatever? Congress took the Taliban's word for it. They trusted them. Taliban says, we only have 100. They believe we only have 100. You know what? It is time to draw a line in the sand. We need to issue ultimatums rather than handshakes, stupid promises, hugs, and bribes. Our people need to come home, damn it. We need to bring them home. American news media is still ignoring all of these American prisoners and their ongoing plight. They don't want to talk about it. It doesn't fit their narrative, communist bastards. President Trump has made it clear, but not clear enough. If these rag-headed animals don't release our people now, in the words of Benjamin Netanyahu regarding, Gaza, the gates of hell should be opened. We didn't belong in Korea or Vietnam or Panama or Bosnia or Iraq for that matter, and we didn't belong in Afghanistan. But here is where we belong. This is a war worth fighting. If we have to bomb them into the Stone Age, if we have to go door to door in their country, if we have to launch a serious effort, we will kick their ass in a matter of weeks, maybe months. The key is no more rules of engagement. You need to fight it like a war. We need to tell them, if you don't release our people, we're coming after you, and we're not holding back. Every technology, every person, every ability, and the hearts and minds of Americans will dump into this thing with a terrible resolve, and you guys will die. We're going to go in with barrels blazing. What better reason for war than to free innocent American citizens? As many American citizens as we have there, that alone is a declaration of war. We need to return war with war, as some of our people will probably die. It'll be for a damn good cause, because America's not weak anymore. You piss us off, we'll piss on you. We're not dealing with nice people here. They're terrorists. They're murderers. They're human traffickers. They're rapists. They're kidnappers of the worst sort. These are soulless, godless animals. And like the rabid dogs that they are, they need to be put down with extreme prejudice. It's time to drop the hammer on these people once and for all. They're cowards. They're cowards at heart. They're cowards in their soul. And when they're looking right down the barrel of a 12 gauge, you'd be surprised at how reasonable and ready to deal they can be.